Hello, it's Tuesday. It's 2 p.m. It's time for another Tuesdays at 2. Today's title of the seminar is Board Director, is it a good option? Board Director, is it a good option? So I will lead you through this. So welcome to Tuesdays at 2. Each week at this time, Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Eastern time, I talk about live about a different topic relating to executive career management. So if you have a topic you want me to talk about, I'm more than happy to put it in the calendar. Today we will explore the benefits and the potential, and there are potential pitfalls of becoming a board director, which is a good, if you're at the latter end of your career, good option, and how it can impact your professional journey. As an executive career coach with extensive experience guiding, nurturing, coaching professionals across the world in various industries, I've seen the benefits and the pitfalls, and firsthand how board positions can transform careers. So let's dive in. Let's do a deep dive into board directors. If anybody's got any questions or topics they want to raise about, just happen to be today's topic, but anything to do with career management, my email is there. You can email me or put them in the comments below and I will answer them as I get towards the end of this webinar. So let's go to the benefits of becoming a board director. Number one, career advancement. A board director position can increase your credibility, your reputation. You cannot, however, become a board director until you have some career longevity. No, you can't start as a board director. It's a great option for the latter third of your career, the last third of your career. Joining a board can significantly boost your professional credibility, and you can have fun being a board director. It also demonstrates an ability to manage and balance multiple commitments. And it's very, very important that you have that talent to balance various commitments because it can be very onerous. So this enhanced reputation can lead to increased visibility. You can increase your visibility within your own industry. You can increase your visibility outside your own industry or on LinkedIn. It can also bring your recognition as an expert in your field. That's very, very important today. So it also provokes more opportunities for career growth. It develops a clear understanding and deep knowledge of the three pillars of a board directorship. And I'll repeat them several times. Corporate governance, audits, any type, and risk management. So corporate audits, any type, risk management, and corporate governance. Being a board director, being appointed a board director, can also enhance your skills, your skill development. It offers unique opportunities to sharpen your crucial professional leadership and your managerial skills. And it includes strategic thinking. That's a very vital essence today to have, skill set to have. And your decision making, because you sometimes need to make tough decisions as a board director. It enhances your leadership skills and your collaboration, and definitely, without doubt, your financial and operational oversight and your risk management. It also fortifies your governance and your compliance knowledge, and each country has their own governance and compliance. You must be familiar with those. And it also increases your networking opportunities. Now, many who've listened to me with Tuesdays at 2 will say, oh, he's always talking about networking. You cannot get enough networking. You need to network, network, network. So a board provides access to many influential, intelligent, and very well connected individuals. Because to get to a board level, you have to be at the senior level and you have to be connected. This expanded network that you are joining as a board director then can open many, many new doors to other career opportunities, not just within the board director realm, but also in the corporate life. It also provides valuable mentorship, coaching, guidance to the C-suite and the other leaders of that company that you are board director of. It enhances your industry knowledge and your insights. You gain a whole new insight looking at it from the other side. It also provokes your personal growth. You have a broadened perspective. You work with diverse board members, and it exposes you to some different viewpoints that perhaps you haven't looked at when you are in the corporate world. And it opens you to new industries. So this then can trigger into enhancing your empathy and your emotional intelligence, which is very, very crucial today. It can also improve your decision making, because sometimes you are asked to make decisions as a board director, just like that, making abilities to increase your adaptability in various professional settings. So a board director position is a great platform or appointment to aim towards when you're sort of mid-level, mid-career, and look at it for the latter third of your career. It enhances your skills, in particular your communication, which is very, very important as a board director. Board directors often have to be very direct, sometimes forceful, delivering compelling, sometimes messages that people don't want to hear, while remaining competitive, while remaining tactful and diplomatic. So you will learn how to deliver tough messages tactful and diplomatically. It's also a confidence boost. I've heard many people say, my confidence boost as a leader, as a senior executive leader, went up twofold when I became a board director. It can reinvigorate, it can realign your career as you contribute at a very high level, and being a board director is very, very important. And you interact with those senior executives of the company where you are the board director, and your self-assurance, your self-awareness, your self-confidence grows. So you can positively impact areas of your corporate career as well as your board director career. You can have a massive professional impact as a board director. Many people don't think of this when they're contemplating their career plan. So you could influence leadership and board positions, and allow you, the board director, to shape organizational policies. And it can influence the major decisions that a company has to make these days. And sometimes those, as I said, have to be fast. This experience can enhance your leadership skills, your managerial skills, definitely make you a better leader. It can provide you opportunities to make a meaningful contribution and impact to that company's growth or restructuring or whatever it is. and it also prepares you for higher level executive roles. So being a board director can for sure, without doubt, heighten your candidacy for a C-suite appointment. That is one of the things that many career influencers are looking for when they're looking for C-suite leaders. Have you been a board director? It also provides continuous learning and exposure to diverse business challenges and strategies, keeping you at the forefront of the industry trends. You need to be at the forefront, whether you're in the corporate life or whether you are in the board, or the combination of the two. Now, putting on my career and executive coach's hat, I want to suggest to you that if you are serious, you really have this in your career plan about accepting a board director appointment, before you go on the hunt for those board director appointments, you take some sort of education. There is director specific education, designations in board directorships. The three best that I would recommend, having worked with many people who've gone from corporate to board and back to the corporate, are in this order. Number one, competent boards. Competent boards is a relatively new designation. I'm going to say probably 4 or 5 years, but it's highly regarded by a board director decision makers, by board director recruiters. Highly relevant to today's board director roles and responsibilities. So that's competent boards. You need to think about that, and they have different programs. The next one is the CDIR. CDIR, the Chartered Director Program. Again, it's considered by career decision makers, and there are executive recruiters who specialize in nothing else but board director roles as a highly regarded a designation, and you will learn a lot. And then the third one I would recommend is the ICDD, run by the Institute of Corporate Directors. It's the leading international board director designation, and it's been around. I don't know how long it's been around, but it's been around a long time. But it is considered by some, and I've heard this several times, to be somewhat outdated in content, but it's still a valuable education to get. It doesn't have the clout that it used to, but it still is valuable. It's another designation. You can't get too many designations. So what are the potential pitfalls to becoming a board director? Everything in career management, your daily life, has pitfalls. The time commitment. Board roles can often require significant time and energy, which can be challenging when you are trying to balance your personal life, your career, your corporate life, and then a board director life. So whether you're trying to balance it with your primary career or your family life, it can be difficult, can involve much juggling of commitments. However, with the recent introduction in the last 4 or 5 years of virtual communications, Teams, WebEx, Zoom, etc., today it can be a lot easier. You don't actually have to be physically there, although it is recommended. Then there are the legal and fiduciary responsibilities. Cannot overemphasize this. Directors have a serious legal obligation and can be held liable for organizational issues. So it's a very responsible appointment. So be very sensitive to this topic and the responsibility that goes around that. So before accepting a board appointment, I would suggest, as a coach, you discuss this appointment and the effect it's going to have not just on your personal life, but your business life and this fiduciary, etc. I would suggest you have a conversation, a deep conversation with your spouse. It also can have a reputational risk. So your reputation becomes molded into the organization's performance and their ethical standing. So be aware of that. In the last 2 decades, board directors have come under increased scrutiny, massive scrutiny, after many well-publicized, how can I put it, events that where board of directors have had some mismanagement of finances or whatever, and so be very, very careful, but it is a good can have a good career. So it can also have potential conflicts of interest. Well, has anybody got any questions? Please put them in the comments below or send me an email, and I'm more than happy to answer the email. Mention that you were here, and I'm more than happy to answer that as at the when I get back to my office. So potential conflicts of interest. So balancing that board role with your primary career and your personal life can lead to conflicts that need to be carefully navigated through and managed. So before accepting a board appointment, it's important to think about, well, have I actually got the time? It's paramount that you discuss this with your current employer, your peers, your boss, about the time commitment and the roles and responsibilities and other implications that I've portrayed in this webinar. So how board directorships can enhance your career management. And believe you me, it can, very much so. I've seen many people, many of my clients progress faster to the C-suite. So career resilience. Board experience provides a strategic understanding of workforce dynamics, and it improves across all functions, not just within your corporate function, whether it be marketing or supply chain, across all functions. And it can improve your adaptability. It can be a challenge both professionally and personally. I've sort of alluded to those several times. It can really enhance your candidacy and definitely your personal brand. A board position validates your capabilities because it's a tough admission. It's a tough recruitment to go through, and can be a key differentiator on your resume, your CV, and make sure you put that on your resume and your CV. As a sidebar, a board director resume CV is a totally different document to a corporate resume in content and format. So it's a totally different document. You can't use both for the same thing. So so make sure you have a board director resume, and I'm more than happy to have a conversation with anybody after. If you want to email me, I'm more than happy to set up a Zoom and have a conversation about a board director resume, what that looks like, and I will show you some samples, etc., because it's a totally different document. So it also has a board director, also has a post executive career path. It offers you a chance to explore other potential careers after your primary executive role. You will learn a lot about becoming a board director. It can also be very rewarding. Many of my clients say this is probably the most rewarding job I've had as a board director. It also allows skills transferability. The skills gained as a director are highly transferable to the executive suite, definitely the C-suite, and it can really rise your promotion up to the C-suite. So in enhancing your overall career prospects, I would suggest if you are serious about a board director, you start off it in a local non-profit board, something that may be of interest to you, may be disease related. So if you've got people in your family who've had cancer or Alzheimer's or arthritis or whatever, join those local disease related chapters and then maybe expand to the province, the state, or the county, and then maybe nationally. And then you'll be ready because you will get onto different board committees, and then you will learn in that environment before you actually go on to a corporate environment. So the three main skills for a board director are you have to be skilled in audits. So that doesn't just apply to financial audits. It can be operational audits. It can be any type of audits, corporate governance, and risk management. And you need to show stories, preferably in your board director resume, your CV, on those three pillars, as I call them, of becoming a board director. A board director can be a catalyst definitely for career growth, especially if you want to go for the C-suite. So it offers a unique opportunity for skill development, skill enhancement. You will learn so much as a board director. It also offers you, in reflection, it will offer you lots of networking opportunities, and you can deliver a professional and positive impact. However, it's very, very crucial to carefully consider the responsibilities and the potential risks I outlined earlier involved in accepting a board director appointment. Make sure you discuss it. As with any major career decision, assess how a board director role, aligns with your long-term goals and your current commitments. So don't just jump into it because it sounds good. You need to do a lot of brainstorming and a lot of communication with people around you. So remember, the right board position can not only enhance your career, but it also permits you or allows you to make a meaningful contribution to an organization, whether it be to start off with a not-for-profit or then into the profit space. So an organization's success. So that about wraps it up for today. It's pretty comprehensive. And I'm more than happy to provide a consultation on what a board resume, if anybody's listening wants what a board resume looks like, please email me down there, martin@aneliteresume.com. I'm also more than happy to review your current corporate resume, give you 30 minutes of my time over Zoom and go through your current resume, your current CV, and I will go through your LinkedIn profile, give you an audit, go through from top to bottom. And if you want to learn more about executive career management, I have a very proactive YouTube channel. So please go to my YouTube channel, Martin Buckland, and press the subscribe button and also press the bell button where you will be notified of all future videos to come. That about wraps it up. As if anybody's got any questions on anything to do with executive career management, please put them in the comments below. Or if you want to keep it private, you can just email me, and I'll be happy to have a conversation with you off the virtual communications. So next week, which will be the last one of 2024, the last Tuesdays at 2, is Merry Christmas, season greetings, some tips on career planning for 2025. What is interesting is I'm seeing a lot of people now. They are geared into 2025. Finally, they are taking on board stuff that I've been saying, sharing, knowledge I've been sharing for years and years and years, that they need to manage their career. So I will talk about how you can manage your career and how you can use that knowledge I'm going to share next week to bring career success in 2025. So please join me for next week's Tuesdays at 2. And if nobody's got any other questions, I will wrap it up. I will see you next Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. But remember, do something this week to manage your career. You should do something each week. Don't just drop off the face of the earth and then think you're going to pick it up when you're in career transition, i.e. unemployed. Doesn't happen that way. You need to be managing your career 24/7, 365, even when gainfully employed. So we are in December. We are in a month where there's plenty of networking opportunities. Do something to build your network within your defined audience this week. And I will see you next week for another Tuesdays at 2. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful week.